All right, thanks, guys. Coming off a pretty strong day yesterday, 2-1 in our Patreon picks. We went 3-0-1 in our NHL leans right here on YouTube. We also went 2-0 in our leans in the NBA. Now, if you want to find out how I did in baseball, you'll have to check out yesterday's video because comparatively to the Patreon NHL and NBA picks, the MLB picks were not so good. But anyway, if you want to check that out, take a look at yesterday's MLB video. We're going to get back on the right track here today with the leans, beginning with the Marlins taking on the Phillies, 7:05 Eastern first pitch in Citizens Bank Park, South Philadelphia. The Phillies opened as the $1.80 favorite, total at 8.5. Not a whole lot of movement in this one. Just a nickel move toward the Phils up to $1.85. So once again, Philadelphia open 180 up to minus 185. Totals at 8.5. 68% are leaning Philadelphia. 55% shaded toward the under. Right now, the Marlins are plus 165 on the money line. Philadelphia plus $1.10 on the run line. We have Urania for the Marlins, Jared Eichhoff for the Phils. Urania is 1-3 with a 5.40 ERA for Miami. Eichhoff is 0-1 with a 3.60 ERA for the Phillies. Phillies are 8th in home scoring, 1st in home walks. Miami's just 8-17 overall for the year. And total-wise, Miami is 5-2 to the over in their last 7, taking on Philadelphia if you're into historical trends. Really expensive price point here. I'm not willing to lay the run and a half, but I do like the Phils to get it done. So give me Philadelphia minus 185 and the over 8.5 runs in that matchup there. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines of personal leans out for Friday's MLB action. Happy Friday. The weekend is almost here. And as always, work sucks. We hate work. We don't like doing it. That's why we like handicapping games and doing stuff in the gambling world. And that probably means that's probably the reason why we'll be working our entire lives. But you got to dream. You got to hang on to that dream of being a professional gambler, which I'm not there yet. I gave it a good run twice and really screwed up my life. But anyway, just want to remind you, take a quick time out and remind you to check me out at patreon.com/rockpage. That is my website. We're doing very well on that site. Like I said, went 2-1 in our 3 premium plays yesterday. There's also plenty of free content there as well, including my current record. So feel free to hit that pause button right now. Open up your browser and just quickly check me out on that website. Packages begin at just $1.99 per month. And yeah, it's a really good time. So patreon.com/rockpage. A lot of good stuff going on over there. Each and every day, you're not subscribed, you're costing yourself some valuable information. That I can tell you. But anyway, let's go ahead and hop back into some more lines of personal leans for Friday's Major League Baseball action. Now remember, all starts are Eastern Standard Time. And like I said, normally, we're cutting it close to work time. So a couple of these games, we're just going to do a quick pick and breeze through. Other games we'll dive into. But I'm cutting it close to that real job. And man, do we hate those real jobs. Horrible. They suck. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the Padres Nationals. 7:05 Eastern first pitch in the nation's capital. Washington opened the betting as the $1.90 favorite, total at 7.5. We're seeing a good amount of movement in this one. Movement upward on the money line and downward on the total. 10-cent move toward Washington up to minus 200. We also saw movement downward on the total down to 7 flat. So once again, Washington opened $1.90 up to minus 200. Total opened 7.5 down to 7 flat. 61% are leaning Washington, 51% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Pods are plus 175 on the money line. Washington plus $1.10 on the run line. We have Strom for San Diego, Max Scherzer for the Nationals. Strom is 0-2 with a 3.05 ERA for San Diego. Max Scherzer is just 1-3 with a 4.45 ERA for the Nationals. Now, San Diego's won their last 3 straight. Washington, they're striking out nearly 10 times per contest on average, and actually it's 9.9 strikeouts per game at the plate on average. Really, really bad on their part. So I think San Diego can keep it close. Give me the Padres plus 1.5 and the over 7 runs in that matchup there. I really think the markets are over adjusting for Scherzer this year and Madison Bumgarner, which we'll dive into in a little bit. But anyway, next matchup, who do we got there? That's the A's and the Blue Jays, and that is a 7:07 Eastern first pitch in Toronto. We're going to do a quick pick on this one. I'm leaning toward Oakland on the road here, catching the plus money. Give me the Athletics plus $1.15 and the over 8.5 in that matchup there. Next game, Brewers, Mets, and that's going to be a 7:10 first pitch in Flushing, Queens. The Mets open the betting as the $1.80 favorite, total 7.5. Not a whole lot of movement on the total, although we did see a 20-cent move toward New York up to $2. So once again, New York open 180 up to minus 200, total 7.5. 52% are leaning Mets, 58% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Brewers are plus 175 on the money line. New York plus 115, laying the run and a half. We have Anderson for the Brewers, DeGrom for the Mets. Anderson is 2-0 with a 3.00 ERA for Milwaukee. Meanwhile, for the Mets, DeGrom is 2-2 with a 3.68 ERA for the Mets. Now, if you like New York at home in the spot here as the heavy favorite with DeGrom as the pitcher, just keep in mind the Mets are 28th in runs allowed. They're striking out 9.5 times per contest at the plate. I think Milwaukee, this is a really overinflated price. Give me Milwaukee plus 1.5 and the over 7.5 runs in that matchup there. Next game, Rays, Boston, 7:10 Eastern first pitch. Now, the Red Sox open the betting as the $1.35 favorite, total 8.5. We did see a nickel move toward Boston in this one, up to 140. So once again, Boston open 135 up to 140, totals at 8.5. 53% are leaning toward the Rays, and right now Tampa Bay is plus 125 on the money line. Here's the problem. We have no projected starter today for Boston. It's a toss-up between two guys, but right now, as far as I could see this morning, we have no starting pitcher right now. It's to be determined. Looks like Charlie Morton will be pitching for the Rays. He's 2-0 with a 3.37 ERA. But until I can find out who's pitching for Boston today, if you find out, let me know in the comment section below. Maybe I'll make an impromptu pick in the comment section. But right now, I got no pick on that game. Sorry, I just wasted about a minute of your life. But anyway, next game, it is going to be Rockies, Braves. That is a 7:30 Eastern first pitch in Atlanta. I like Atlanta at home there. Give me Atlanta with the expensive price, minus 170, and the under 8.5 in that matchup there. Next game, Tigers, White Sox, 8:10 Eastern first pitch. Quick pick here. I like Detroit catching the plus money on the road and the under 8.5 in that matchup there. Next game, Cleveland, Houston, 8:10 Eastern first pitch in Houston. The Astros open $1.25, total at 8. Not a whole lot of movement in this one. We did see a nickel move toward the Astros up to $1.30. So once again, the Astros open 125 up to minus 130. Totals at 8. 61% are leaning toward Houston. 68% shaded toward the over. Right now, Cleveland's plus $1.15 on the money line. Houston plus 140, laying the run and a half. We have Kluber for the Indians, McHugh for the Astros. Kluber's 2-2 with a 5.88 ERA. McHugh is 3-2 with a 4.78 ERA. Houston is first in hits at home and fifth in runs scored at home as well. I like the Astros minus 130 getting it done at home and the under 8 runs in that game there. Next matchup, Orioles, Twins. That will be an 8:10 Eastern first pitch in Minnesota. Let me see what I got here. Yes, we do have that here, and I think Baltimore's going to keep it close in that one. Give me the Orioles plus 1.5, getting the job done on the run line on the road, and the under 9 runs in that matchup there. Next game, Cincinnati taking on the Cards, 8:15 Eastern first pitch in St. Louis. The Cards open the betting as the $1.50 favorite, total at 8.5. Not a whole lot of movement on the total, although we did see a 10-cent fade of the Cards when it comes to the money line, down to 140. So once again, St. Louis open 150, down to minus 140. Total open 8.5 and remains at 8.5 runs. 67% are leaning St. Louis, 64% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Reds are plus $1.25 on the money line. St. Louis plus 130 on the run line. Anthony DeSclafani for the Reds. Miles Michaelis for the Cards. DeSclafani is 0-1 with a 5.59 ERA. Michaelis is 2-1 with a 4.97 ERA for the Cardinals. Now, St. Louis is second in scoring, second in hits. Give me the Cards minus 140 and the under 8.5 in that game. Next matchup, Angels, Royals, and that will be an 8:15 Eastern first pitch at Kauffman Stadium. I like Kansas City catching the plus money at home against a struggling Angels team. Give me Kansas City plus 115 and the under 8.5 in that game there. Next matchup, Cubbies, Diamondbacks, 9:40 Eastern first pitch in Arizona. Now this one opened up pretty much as a pick'em contest. Arizona opened minus 105, total 8.5. We're seeing a little bit of movement in this one toward the D-backs up to $1.10, nickel move there. So once again, the Diamondbacks opened 105 up to minus 110, totals 8.5. 54% are leaning Cubs, 78% shaded toward the under. Right now, Chicago's plus $1 on the money line. Arizona plus 190 on the run line. Hendricks for the Cubs, Robbie Ray for the Diamondbacks. Hendricks is 1-3 with a 3.54 ERA for Chicago. Robbie Ray is 0-1 with a 3.95 ERA for Arizona. But despite that fact, Arizona is first in hits in Major League Baseball, and they're striking out their opponents 10.33 times per contest, which puts them at fourth in Major League Baseball in that category there. So I got to lean toward Arizona, the short shot there. Give me Arizona minus 110 and the over 8.5 in that matchup there. Next game, Pirates, Dodgers, 10:10 Eastern first pitch in Los Angeles. The Dodgers open the betting as the $1.70 favorite, total 7.5. Not a whole lot of movement on the total. We did see a nickel move toward the Dodgers up to 175. So once again, Los Angeles open 170 up to minus 175, total 7.5. 66% are leaning Los Angeles, 56% shaded toward the under. Right now, Pittsburgh is plus 160 on the money line. Dodgers plus 120 on the run line. We have Archer for Pittsburgh, Ryu for LA. Archer's 1-1 with a 2.74 ERA for Pittsburgh. Ryu is 2-1 with a 3.10 ERA for Los Angeles. Now, LA's been playing some pretty good baseball as of late. They're 8-3 in their last 11. They're also 6-0 in their last 6 at home, taking on Pittsburgh if you're into historical trends. I like the Dodgers in the expensive price here. I'm not willing to lay the 1.5, but I do like them to win it outright. Give me the Dodgers minus 175 and the over 7.5 in that matchup there. Next game, Rangers, Mariners, 10:10 Eastern first pitch in Seattle. I like Seattle at home here. Give me the Mariners minus 165 and the over 8.5 runs in that matchup there. Next and final game for the show, it is going to be Yankees, Giants, 10:15 Eastern first pitch in San Francisco. The Yankees open the betting as the $1.20 favorite on the road with a total at 7 flat. Now, we did see movement both on the money line and the total. We saw movement toward the Yankees on the money line, nickel move toward New York in that matchup there. But we did see movement downward on the total, down to 6.5. You got to love those sub-7 totals in baseball. So once again, the Yankees open $1.20 up to minus 125. Total open 7, down to 6.5. 55% are leaning Yankees, 86% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Giants are plus $1.10 at home. The Yankees are plus 150. That's incorrect. Never mind that stat there. No, I'm sorry. That's correct. The Yankees are plus 150, laying the 1.5 on the run line. All right, Paxton for the Yankees, Bumgarner for the Giants. Paxton is 2-2 with a 3.10 ERA for New York. Bumgarner just 1-3 with a 3.66 ERA for San Francisco. The Yankees are 6-1 straight up in their last 7. They're 5th in road scoring. When it comes to the total, New York is 5-1 to the over in their last 6. Give me the Yankees minus 125 and the over 6.5 runs in that matchup there. All right, folks, that is going to do it for me. Hopefully we have a little better day with our leans, but regardless, it's Friday. The weekend is finally here. Work sucks, and we don't have to do it till Monday. Man, I can't wait for that. I am not going to think about work for 1 second. But anyway, before I go ahead and get out of here, I just want to remind you once again to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage. But most importantly, I just want to thank you for watching this program right here on YouTube. It's a great show. I have great fans, great commenters, great subscribers. It's a lot of fun. If I didn't enjoy it, and if I didn't enjoy you, I would not be doing it every morning at the ass crack of dawn. So you guys make it all worth it. Thank you so much. And like I said, if I didn't enjoy it, if I didn't love it, if you guys didn't make it worth my while, I wouldn't do it. So you guys, I owe it all to you, the loyal viewer. But anyway, yeah, wow, got a little sentimental there. Yeah, but you guys are great. Happy Friday. Don't forget to check me out on patreon.com/BrockPage.